Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 123 of Be With Me. I'm going to title today 100% Pure Maple Syrup. 100% Pure Heart. This is from Matthew chapter 5, verse 8, which is, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." And there's so much to this. It's a theme that goes all the way throughout the Bible, and it's a big topic. And there's probably something we should address it with our attention. So let's go here. Here we go. That is, my ESV Bible study says it is those whose pursuit of purity and uprightness affects every aspect of their life. Those are the pure in heart. Well, the problem is there's this 100% standard of purity, but we know that all have sinned, all fall short of the glory of God, and we're not all exactly pure in heart. And none of the other Beatitudes are likely or even possibly fully accomplished until that day, but that doesn't give us an excuse not to move towards them. So we've talked about having a poverty posture, being poor in spirit, and a grieving posture in mourning, and a gentle posture in meekness. And we're looking at the big picture. The 40,000-foot view is what's the best way to be a friend of Jesus is to make these things, these habits and these topics and these characteristics, making them our friend. So today is being pure of thought, pure of heart. So what is the heart? Let's start with that. The heart is this inner core soul. It's the seat of your emotions and attitude, your personality. It's the place where you're thinking and acting in your will. It's the place from which the rest of you springs forth. So if you cut off all these parts of you, the last thing you'd ever get to is the heart area. And Scripture tells us it should be guarded. It's our most precious thing, and then assessed on a regular basis. We know that God can change this area of our life. I think it's only God that can change it. We can certainly help. One of the problems is that we can be deceitful about this. And I was thinking, I think at the end we'll ask ourselves the question, well, what's wrong with me with regards to purity? Well, if you can't think of anything, all you need to do is talk to the next person you run into, someone that you're friends with, someone that knows you, and just ask someone, because they'll see it, because they're not deceitful about you. They may be deceitful about themselves, but we see others' lack of purity much more clearly than we see our own. So let's just be careful about deceiving our hearts. I think that's interesting. So back to the heart. The heart is the battleground of the life. It is the Bastion Belgium. It is the Waterloo, or if you want to go spiritual, this battlefield of Armageddon. It's where the big battle of our life takes place. And the call is to 100% purity. That's God's standard. Well, how in the world, can we get there? There's going to be a my part, but let's just talk about God's part first. So we want to be free from guilt, free from the sin penalty, standing right before God. Psalm 32 verse 1 says, "Blessed is the one whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man against whom the Lord counts no iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no deceit." Well, no kidding. I can be forgiven. Wow, I can be covered. I can have no guilt associated with me. Where do I sign up for that? So there's clearly a part of where this is above our pay grade. It's impossible that we can be viewed by God as never having sinned. So part of this is just God's big hand in our lives, and we just have to bow down and worship when it's over. Now, that being said, there's a me part. And think about this. When we go to heaven, we're going to walk down the street of heaven, and we're going to say, that guy's pure, that guy's pure of heart, that guy's pure, that guy's pure of heart. There's going to be no experience like we do now, which we say, that guy's fallen and desperately wicked, that guy's fallen and forgiven, this guy's fallen, the next guy's fallen, this guy's fallen, oh, that guy's fallen and forgiven. Our world is nothing like the world that it's going to be. So the question is, how do we get there? How do I please you, Lord? What can I do today that you would look favorably and be in this condition of well-being, happy, blessed relationship? So I think one of the things we do is we assess ourselves. In what way is my heart impure? I'm so thrilled. I'm so thankful that you're here listening to this podcast, because that's what you're doing, is you're putting yourself in the path of, somebody raising this question. All right, so let's look at the bad side. Has an impure heart ever satisfied you? Let's talk about money. Has a money gained by deceit or sloth or trickery, has that ever satisfied in the end? No. Has a harsh word retort ever satisfied you in the end? Has a sexual experience not according to his plan ever satisfied in the end? Answer: no. Has a posture of pride. The question is, how's all those things working for you? And not well, obviously. So, and when we look at the pure in heart, a rigorous, non-sloppy, battlefield-ready, sober appreciation, sober assessment is necessary. We are going to, and here's the thing, is we are going to need some help with this. It's the most important thing. It's the most important battleground. A lot of it is from a divine accomplishment. But then there's this part of us, and the Bible's clear about this, is we need to be active in this. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 7, 2 Corinthians 7:1 says, since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of body and spirit. So I think we will address this issue a little bit more. It's like, how can my heart change? What techniques can I put to it to be 100% pure maple syrup, 100% pure in heart when this is all over? Stick around. I'll see you tomorrow.